guys, welcome back to deediets. How are you? If you're new to the channel, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, ring the notification bell so you know when I'm putting out another video. Today is part of my series. If you notice, I'm still in the same outfit as I was the other day that you watched, but I want to talk about spouses in this series. Our partners, our spouses, people that are near and dear to us when we start a new program. And you know I hate the word diet, but for now, let's just say diet. When we start something new in our lives, and I have started a plant-based whole food diet. And what does it mean? If you're new to my channel, it means this. If it comes from a vine, a bush, a tree, or under the ground, I eat it. I do not eat any meat, any fish, any chicken, none of it, or eggs, none of it. I do not have any dairy. I do not have any fat. And I do not have any sugar. And if you're scratching your head going, what the hell does this woman eat? I eat plenty. Take my word for it. You can go back in some of my videos and you can see the large quantities of food I have eaten. And I have lost 34 pounds so far. And I have been tracking this for the last 14 weeks. So I'm having a blast doing it. But I want to talk about spouses, partners. Are they supportive? Are they supportive? Because those are the people that we see the most. Our partners, our spouses, they see us all the time. Of course, they don't see weight loss happening like, our friends that don't see us all the time. But our spouses, are they supportive? I am lucky to say that my husband is doing this along with me. It's not so easy. Usually men don't jump on board so fast, but my husband, after 3 weeks of me doing a plant-based whole food lifestyle, said, there's got to be something to this because you have more energy than I've ever seen you have before. So he jumped on board and he's been very successful. He started out at 189, almost 190. He was really tipping the scales at 190. And today he is 161 pounds. That's a big difference. And he is 5'9". So he's not this tall string bean. And he has gone down in a size of pants. His underwear went down. I mean, it's hysterical, really. And he's so excited, but he's never had a weight issue. But I have had one my whole entire life. So sometimes spouses, partners can be very, very difficult because they've heard you say this a million times. I'm starting on Monday. I'm going to get everything in my house. I'm starting. And that's male or female. We have all heard this. We have all heard this. They have heard this. So if they're not supportive, you have to ask yourself, why? Why aren't they supporting you? Because it's going to take a lot more in you to fester up or get up all that energy into the old noggin to say, I got to do this for me. I got to do this for my health. I have to take care of me. So it's very important to constantly show yourself self-love. Make sure you're loving yourself. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody falls. It happens to all of us. Pick yourself up. Brush yourself off. I know it sounds so simple, but it is. If you have a day where you go, oh my God, I can't believe I just ate the kitchen sink. Stop beating yourself up over it. Just continue going like nothing ever happened. Because you know, and I know, when that happens, you could either have a very supportive spouse that says, that's okay, you'll be fine, just continue doing what you're doing. Or you can have a spouse or a partner that could say to you, see, I told you so. You didn't know what you were doing from the very beginning. This was too drastic. You shouldn't have done that. That would be a non-supporting spouse or partner. Ask yourself, if you do not have a partner or spouse that is supporting you, ask the biggest question you can ask yourself. Why? Why aren't they supporting you? Because it can be tricky. It can really be tricky. And this is one of the reasons why it can be tricky. I had no idea that there was men out there that loved a big woman. I mean, a big woman. And some men marry a woman that's a bigger woman because they are sexually attracted to her big. Same thing goes with women. They could go with the guy because the sexual attraction is to a bigger partner. And when that person is realizing that they cannot stay in that body anymore because health-wise, they are feeling sick. Their heart is working overtime. Oh, yeah. Now, if some of you are new, my highest weight was 320. Here's a picture of me at 320. Some of you have seen that picture, but I'm always happy to show it so people know that I know what it feels like to be in that body. So, some people are attracted to big people. It's just a given. They are. And I have questioned that myself. I'll be honest with you. I would not be telling the truth if I thought, oh, it's just normal to be attracted to big people all the time. I don't know. I think it's more sexual than it is attraction. I really mean that. My husband loves me no matter what size I am. But I always wonder, what is the attraction when someone says, I like that person big? And I'm talking morbidly obese now, guys. I'm not talking about somebody that could be 20, 30, or even 50 pounds overweight. I'm talking about somebody that could be 300 pounds overweight. I could never understand that. And I'm sure there's a part of our society that just finds it absolutely gorgeous and to be Rubenesque. But to be Rubenesque is having curves. To be morbidly obese, to me, is the most unhealthy thing. So the reason why I ask that about spouses and partners is that you know, and I know, that if you are morbidly obese, if you are over 250 pounds or more, your spouse or your partner knows that your life on this earth is going to be shortened. So I always ask myself, why would someone really be attracted to somebody with that much weight on them? So that's something you have to ask yourself. Really, it is. Now, here's another thing that it's happened with me. It has happened with me. When I was much thinner, and I was much thinner at one point, yes, I was. When I was much thinner, the attraction from other men was coming my way a lot. And I didn't know what to do with that attraction. That can be scary too, guys. That can be very, very scary. Just change my position a little bit. But that can be very frightening to women when they have had a lot of weight on them and they really didn't get all the attention that they wanted. And all of a sudden, their spouse, their partner, sees other men or women looking at you and being a little bit flirtatious with you. Now, this could either trigger your spouse or partner to think, wow, I'm with a hottie now because other people like that. They're looking at her or him. Or it could trigger your partner or your spouse to say, knock it off. What are you doing? And that can hurt you too. The person that's trying to lose the weight to try to regain their health back. So it can be very, very tricky. And it's a slippery slope sometimes. Let me tell you, it can be a slippery slope. And a lot of people, because they don't want the confrontation with the spouse or a partner, sometimes go off track or don't go to their goal because they're afraid of what it's going to do to their marriage or their partnership. They're afraid. So they step back. So what I can tell you is that if you want to lose the weight and you want it off, you have to put yourself first. You just have to put yourself first. Whatever the consequences are, you have to put your health first. And I know it can be tough to hear it that way, but it's the absolute truth. Because if anybody wants to see you remain overweight, you are remaining unhealthy. And if men are feeding you or women are feeding you, please question what the heck is going on. Because there will be a time in your life when walking will be very difficult, back pain will be excessive, hip pain will be so hard on you, and your heart will start flipping and flopping in your chest because it cannot handle the weight. So when I talk about spouses and partners, They're the closest thing to us. And they could be very supportive or they may not be. Again, there's a lot of chemistry going on in your partner or your spouse's brain as they watch you start becoming a slimmer you, a slimmer version of yourself, this beautiful vessel that you are creating. And that's what it is, a beautiful vessel that you are creating for yourself. Don't expect everybody to jump on board, especially partners and spouses, because sometimes they won't, but you need to take care of you. This is a short video, but I just wanted to go over that with you a little bit, because sometimes a spouse or a partner may not be as supportive as you think, especially when they tempt you with food. I've seen that happen to friends. I've seen a lot of those things happen over my lifespan, and I really have. So we're going to bring this to a conclusion. Yes, we are. I wanted to go over that with some of you because spouses and partners need to be on the same level with you. They need to be able to support you. Please don't let anybody tempt you with things you cannot have in any program that you're doing. Because again, the little green monster that can come out of a spouse or a partner, and it can happen, I've experienced myself, it can be very tough. And you might just go back and get bigger and bigger and bigger, not to run into that type of conflict. But nothing is worth more than your health. So until I see you the next time, my friends, be kind to one another. The heart, in so many ways, is all that matters. And I know I will see you all soon. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to these videos. I'm hoping I can inspire just one person out there. And I wish you the most pleasant day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.